All right, guys, we're back. We're going to go through a few more submissions, and on this DVD, I'm not going to load it down. You really just need to take a few things and drill them. The big secret's in the wrestling, and when you wrestle, the difference you're looking at in what you see in collegiate style or folk style, scholastic, freestyle, Greco is the big thing is there's more mat wrestling. You know, takedowns are important. There's no doubt about it, but you win or lose on the mat. So even if I don't get the takedown, it's not the end of the world. That's the beauty of this style. As long as I don't get pinned or get caught in a submission is key. But it's also somebody will take me to my back. So one of the things I want to talk about is we're going to cover a little bit of basic stuff, wrestling, do's and don'ts on the mat. Also going to talk about some few different holds that we're going to use. One of the things I can't emphasize enough is you've probably seen a lot of the wrestling, a lot of holds out there. The key is that you have to learn when to relax and when not to. You got to learn when to exert energy and when to stay calm. I can't wrestle at 80 miles per hour the entire match. All right, that's just not logical. You're going to blow up, and you just don't want to do that. So, you know, we're going to cover a few basic things. And again, all this stuff is really basic, and I would recommend drilling it and learning your hold, like we were doing the double wrist lock earlier. The wrist lock, as you'll see later on, is also used for takedowns. I use the wrist lock a lot for switches. To me, it's almost a get out of jail free card. If a guy's out wrestling you, he's behind you, he's on your back or something, you can't control him, go double wrist. You know, just go double wrist lock and hang on to it. Okay, so we're going to start with down again. Sean's going to get on his back here for me, and we were talking earlier about our double wrist lock. Okay, now I can grab at the palm of the hand. I can also come in with two fingers, these two fingers, and I'm catching his thumb. This is when I turn out because I'm not having to twist a wrist. That's not logical. So when I grab right here, I just twist right that. And then from here, as you can see, even before I lever this up, he's submitting. I'm not moving his shoulder, I'm just right here. All right, he's tapping, I'm barely pulling up. So that's one, so that's just what happens, Sean. Hold your palm kind of toward the camera. Here you go. So this is how I'm catching it. Just like that. Okay? And I'm turning. All right? The other beauty in this is, if nothing else, I'll come across and saw. I can use this elbow, of course, and use this to control his head. And go in here. Right there. I already have my hole again. All right? It's fine. Okay. So that is just a different way of wrist locking. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Be sure to grab the palm, grab the hand, grab a couple fingers, you know, 3 fingers. You don't want people to get upset with the rules of Naga and for sporting event situations. But anyway, all right, so when I'm down here, and this time I've gotten his wrist, and I'm going from a wrist lock, and this guy's strong. He shoots his arm out to the side. All right, I hang on to his arm. We call this a figure 4 arm bar. What I do is I come up and I grab my own wrist, the weight's on him. All I'm going to do is lift the elbow up and turn his wrist towards my left here. So I'm just up, right there. Figure 4 arm bar. So here, I'm still in my wrist lock range right here, figure 4, okay? If I bring my wrist lock in, and he gets up in here in his stomach, you guys have seen this, I keep this in deep, and I'm staying on him. Don't get excited going for your hold. Keep this hand and push. You can cause pressure right there. He's tapping right there because I'm keeping that bone dug in. Now from here, guys, when I shoot this, I don't want my arm right here when I go for my key lock. I want my arm down near the hand. So as I come down, I'm coming up. There it is, okay? All right?
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have to turn, and I shouldn't have to do this. You can, but it's not practical. It's practical if this doesn't work, but if you get in deep, even if you're not in deep, adjust it. Play with it. Okay? Until you get it, all right? Now, the key is staying right here. I'm moving my knees constantly too when I'm wrestling him. Because guys, you're going against a jiu-jitsu guy, so he's going to try to get on the side, and he's going to try to put me in guard. He's going to keep shrimping, right? So I don't want to just lay on him. I don't want to lay on him traditionally like a jiu-jitsu player. I want to be up where I can drive my knees into him, and I can control his head. And this is how I want to wrestle him, okay? Okay? All right? So, anyhow, so we went through the wrist lock. We showed a hand variation of the wrist lock where I'm actually attacking the wrist. We showed the bone over where I'm attacking, and then I attack the shoulder. Okay? I can put all those together. I can turn the wrist, go here, turn that up, and then crank it. And try to hurt the arm in more than just one or two places even. Okay? So, that's what's happening there. Now, here's the thing too, guys. When we get a wrist lock, once I get my hold, I don't really, besides him rolling up onto his side, there's no big deal. If I wrist lock him and he starts to go up onto his side to protect it, okay, and let him stick his hand through so he starts going up, that's fine. All I'm going to do is switch my grip and come down, and I'm going to come in for what? Sorry.
You're good.
Turning him out. Face lock.
That's good.
Okay? It's just a face lock from a different position. So my wrist lock is my bread and butter hold because I'm going to use it for that. I'll also use, like I said earlier, I'll use it for a sit out. I'll use it to help me switch, throws, even to stand up. Or, I can go in right here. He straightens the arm out completely. I never was good at a straight arm bar here like this. So what I do is I actually go all 5 fingers here and I actually push it into my arm. I don't push it down because there's the mat. No leverage that way. That way. Sorry. Okay. Now, when I'm in my wrist lock, okay, and he starts coming up, and I step over, and everyone knows how to arm bar. Slide your hips down toward the wall, toward the just this way. Okay? So I'm in here and I drop back right into my arm bar. Slide over. Okay. So here we go. So I've dropped back into this situation, okay? Here's one of the things, guys, that's key. I'm keeping pressure right here. He'll tell you that itself is starting to hurt. Okay? I'm digging that in, that auger bone. And I'm getting him. See? But it's not realistic that I'm going to get it if he's resisting, okay? So, when I drop back from my arm bar, I don't care if you use 2 arms, if you catch it here, if you keep it here, drop this way and bring it back. When you come back to the arm bar, pull the hand. Watch my hips. My hips do not leave the mat. I'm going to pull my hand, I'm pinching my knees, I pull his hand to my chin. It's like pulling his arm out of socket. Then when I'm here, then I lift my hips, okay?
I'm glad you didn't do that.
Yeah. So if I get in here quite often, and this happens, he's going to reach up and protect his hand, okay? Now, when he does that, there's several different ways you can do this, all right? And, one is if I get my arm out, my leg out will break the strip, but right here, you can't get it. Nothing else is working, okay? A couple things you can do. If you put 2 arms in, which is fine, I don't mind, switch your grip, pull them down. As you pull down, we're going to go into a short arm scissor, but I don't want to let go of this, okay? And I see what happens. A lot of guys will go here, and then they'll throw over, and then hook their leg. You're going to have to be quick. So I'd rather control, throw over, and I've already hooked it right here, okay? I can figure 4. And right here what I'm doing is I'm pulling my foot in, I'm rotating that out. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if I want to roll, I can roll backwards with it, I can roll forward with it, I'm going to stay with it. Or if I want to go figure 4 now, I just turn that up, see? And that's causing him great pain. So I'm in here, he locks it. All that's happening, guys, this arm's going in, this is coming over, I'm just grabbing. So he's in. Right here. Sit up on it if you need to, all right? I can go this way. He does run you do run risk of him sitting up, but it's the same thing. I grab it, sorry. It's the same hold, but I want to catch my foot with my hand. And then pull it in, using 2. Think about how you're doing this, okay? Again, if his arms are just like this, and I'm in an armbar situation, traditional armbar, and I go right here, and I throw this over, he can be moving. If I go like this, as he's trying to move on me even, I come up, and this hand's still here to brace. Why? I'll tell you why.